Hi, how you doing? My name is Mike's Quest. I'm a record producer, composer, and I'm here today with Aftown Insights talking about Catchy Catchy, my new single.
Don't say a word, my love never go on end. Together we never go on fail.
Okay, so the story about Catchy Catchy, to be fair, it wasn't something that was like particularly thought through too much in detail. I was in the studio with Kelvin Boy. I'd already like composed some of the instrumental. I was in the studio with Kelvin Boy, and he's quite good at like freestyling and stuff. So at the time we just finished doing Tingy and again Catchy Catchy, all these like catchy terms. Like, so he just kind of came up. He was freestyling. He came up with it, and then we just expanded it from there. So it started off being like a kind of freestyle vibe that Kelvin Boy did, and then we just like grew it and expanded it. Really, that's the story behind it.
I know feel leave dirty for your love, but me I know be feeder. Girl at the shiva, make you unbeliever. See ya, make you undeceive ya.
So the artists that are on there, the collaborators, the way I chose them was a very organic process. So I just spoke about Kelvin Boy. He's the person that I started the record with. And after a while, what happened next? So Kelvin was in London, Camido was in London as well at the same time. I recently posted a video actually, and he heard the track. He really loved it and was vibing to it. So he was like, yo, like I'd love to vibe to this track, and I was like, cool. But then we even put that to the side. That didn't happen straight away. Then I came back to Ghana, and then I had a session with Ifia. And during the session with Ifia, actually before that, I had a session with an artist called Molly, really dope singer in her own right. And we were kind of vibing to the track, and she actually did some writing on the track as well. So then when I went to the session with Ifia for a different track, we finished the other track, and then we got vibing about this track. I played it to her and she really loved it. So then that's how Molly became a co-writer for Ifia's verse, because Ifia then wrote some parts as well and took some of Molly's parts as well, which was a great collaborative thing to happen. And then the Camido verse that originally he wanted to do, he'd already sent it to me. I hadn't even listened to it. I had a sound in mind of how I wanted it to kind of form together. So when I then heard Camido's verse, I was like, yo, this is absolutely amazing. It was perfect to put together. So it was a collaborative effort, and it was organic because I already had relationships with these people. I'd already worked with all of them before. So it just naturally kind of happened. I didn't just sit there and write names down and go and look for them. It's something that just organically happened.
2 days without you, I go away. Oh baby, that kind joke, don't be playing it with me, no. Nobody be set my fireplace like you.
I think what comes to mind when I think about this track is the vibe that was in the studio, particularly in London. Like, it was in a hotel room. I had like a mini mobile studio set up. There's a couple of people there. Raskwame was there. Like I said, I posted a clip of it on my IG the other day, and just the energy and just the vibe was so electric. When it happened, it was then that we knew that, yeah, this track is really special, because everyone that was in the room was like really vibing to it, and just the energy in the room when we were recording it, even though it wasn't a proper studio, it was just like a makeshift kind of mobile setup, but the vibe was just so strong, so we knew it was something special.
Baby, I should say nobody else. I wanna KISS you. Don't get it confused. My love for you, it be true. I dey throw.
Which verse is my favorite verse? I can't, like, every verse brings something completely different to the table. You literally can't compare them. Look, Camido brings a very smooth kind of vibe. I'm gonna go from the last verse to the first one. Very smooth kind of vibe, and then brings that ewe to it, which ewe is such a beautiful language, very melodic. He brings that, which obviously is in its own lane totally. Ifia just does what Ifia does, but then she switches it up. Actually, she brings the tree part, also brings the kind of like Afro soul kind of part, which, like I said, Molly co-wrote as well. Very dope. Two different kind of vibes just on Ifia's verse, which are amazing. Actually, Ifia's verse has something very special that she says in there that might make me think that that's my favorite actually. Lots of people don't hear it, but those that kind of listen carefully hear it. It's like, it's so funny what she says. She actually says something in the background, so maybe try and spot that. And then Kelvin Boy, you know, he's just so dope. Like, he can vibe on any type of track. Such an incredible artist, really, really versatile. And the very beginning, like even how he started with "Don't Say a Word," it's just, how do you even enter a track like that? So Kelvin Boy sets it up. Ifya kills it. Camilo finishes it off really strongly. So everyone brings something totally different to the table. So I can't really compare them, really. Yeah, so what I like about the production, like, I remember when I was composing it, I just finished university. Like, I went back to uni to do a degree in like composition and orchestration and stuff. So I had been listening to a lot more classical music. Like, I'd listened to classical before, but I had to do loads of projects and do orchestration, conducting and stuff. So I guess I was quite influenced by that kind of era. And the main melody in the track that is like quite consistent through the chorus was something that was like influenced by classical music. So that's why I kind of tried to depict that in the video with all like the orchestration and the strings and stuff. So that's something that was quite special, because I remember sitting there coming up with this melody and then thinking, okay, how am I gonna now fuse this with Afrobeats or with any other kind of genre? So just that initial melody that's in the chorus is something that I really like, and just the general instruments as well, just the combination of like strings, harp, with like your African rhythms and stuff like that. I like to make music that paints a picture. I call it like sonic movies, like, so when you hear it you can visualize some kind of like picture or even a movie, if you're that creative. And I like that lots of people, when I go on YouTube, on the comments, people are talking about they want the instrumental, they'd love to hear the instrumental by itself. So that's a special thing for me. So my first crush, like, man, I was having crushes really young, man. I don't know why. Like, I must have been like 6, 7, I don't know, in like primary school. And like, we used to have this game called like Kiss Chase, where you just basically pick a girl and you try and chase her to kiss her. I don't know if that's legal these days. It's probably illegal, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so probably someone in primary school. I can't remember any like particular. There was Charlie, no more Dawson. There was a few different chicks, so Charlie, you know, I was trying to chase them all to kiss them. So, but now I'm good. Like, you know, I don't do, you know, I'm a good guy now. Okay, so I'm Mike's Quest. I'm a record producer and composer, and I'm here with Aftown talking about my new track, Catchy Catchy, with Kelvin Boy, Ifya and Camilo. You can stream it right now. It's out now on Aftown for free, so you got no excuse. Download the app. It's a dope app. Let's support it. Get on there, stream it for free, and like it, share it, comment, and all of that great stuff.